started to fade over time with exposure to the elements and quickly turned red. The flags started to become manufactured with red instead of orange because the orange flags would just fade to red anyway.
Olá pessoal, bem-vindos a mais um vídeo nesse canal. Nós somos cidadãos do terceiro mundo e nesse canal a gente reage e aprende sobre o primeiro mundo. Nesse vídeo a gente vai reagir a por que os holandeses vestem laranja.
Mas antes pedimos que, por favor, você considere se inscrever, ative as notificações e também deixe mais sugestões no nosso Instagram. O link está aqui embaixo na descrição desse vídeo. E agora vamos para a reação.
Have you ever wondered why the Dutch national colour is orange? I mean, their flag is red, white and blue, but whenever the Dutch are celebrating their nationalism or their football team is playing, they're always dressed head to toe in orange and never red, white and blue. So why is this? Well, the short answer is fairly simple. It's because of William of Orange. William I, Prince of Orange, also known as William the Silent, led the Dutch in their revolt against Philip II and Spanish rule, known as the 80 Years' War. He was the first stadholder of the Dutch Republic, declaring their independence in 1581. He was called William of Orange because of his Prince of Orange noble title. So where was the Principality of Orange? Well, probably not where you might expect. It's in modern-day southeastern France. There still exists a small town in France today called Orange, with a population of about 30,000. The settlement dates back to the Romans being founded in 35 BC by veterans of the 2nd Legion. It was originally called Arosio, named after the Celtic water god. Over the years, the name became corrupted in Latin, and many years later, when a certain fruit arrived in Europe, its name in the local dialect of Old Provençal sounded an awful lot like the name of the principality. The two words therefore became conflated in Old French since oranges came to northern France through that area. Now, orange becomes relevant to the Dutch through political marriage. William of Orange was actually from the House of Nassau, which originated from what is today Western Germany. In 1515, Henry III of Nassau-Breda married Claudia of Châlons-Orange. Their son René therefore became Prince of Orange. When he died without any heirs in 1544, the Prince of Orange title was passed to his first cousin, William of Nassau-Dillenburg.
Muito curioso a gente ter a história dos reinados no passado, porque é muito interessante como havia uma relação familiar muito grande de várias pessoas envolvidas, de outros países, e isso é uma loucura isso, a gente parar para perceber que na verdade os reinados eram uma mistura de várias famílias.
Verdade, e eu tô achando muito interessante esse vídeo porque tem muitos detalhes e ele começou há pouco tempo. E é muito interessante que a gente já tinha visto algo sobre os holandeses usarem laranja, mas realmente tem muitos detalhes aqui, então eu tô achando muito legal.
William had no family relation to Orange. René inherited the title from his mother's side and passed it to his father's side. This began the House of Nassau-Orange as William added Prince of Orange to his list of noble titles. He was already stadholder of Holland, Zeeland, Utrecht and Friesland. It was around this time that Europe was divided by religious conflict, started by the Protestant Reformation. After the abdication of Charles V as Holy Roman Emperor, he split his inheritance between his son and his brother, and the 17 provinces came under Spanish rule. Philip II began to persecute Protestants and impose extremely high taxes, which led to the Dutch Revolt. This was led by William of Orange, as he had become known. 7 of the 17 provinces declared their independence in 1581 as the United Provinces, also known as the Dutch Republic. This would be the predecessor of the modern-day country of the Netherlands. William of Orange was assassinated in 1584 and was remembered as a Dutch hero who helped fight against the Spanish for their country's independence. The title orange and the colour again became conflated during the lifetime of William of Orange, who would often wear the colour orange. The colour therefore developed into a symbol for Dutch nationalism. Now you might be wondering why, earlier in the video I was talking about the orange fruit and not the orange colour. Well, it's because the name of the fruit came first. The first time that orange was used to refer to the colour in Europe was in the late Middle Ages. Before that, people just referred to the colour as yellow-red or something similar. William used the colour orange as early as 1577. The Prince's flag, or the Prinsen flag, was the first flag used by the Dutch Republic with orange, white and blue horizontal stripes, the predecessor of the modern Dutch flag. So this leads to the obvious question, if the Dutch flag is based off of Prince William's flag and orange is still the national colour to this day, then why does the flag have red and not orange on it?
Nossa, que interessante. Eu não sabia que eles tinham todas essas bandeiras antes. Eu realmente não lembro de ter visto isso antes, mas é interessante que a gente também tinha outras bandeiras aqui no Brasil.
Sim, inclusive, hoje é chamada República Federativa do Brasil, mas antigamente era chamado Estados Unidos do Brasil, por influência dos próprios Estados Unidos. A gente realmente tinha outras bandeiras. Mas seria muito interessante se eles mantivessem a cor alaranjada da bandeira. Seria muito diferente.
Sim.
Well, apparently with the Prince's flag, the orange colour tended to fade over time with exposure to the elements and quickly turned red. The flag started to become manufactured with red instead of orange because the orange flags would just fade to red anyway. It wasn't actually until 1937 that an official decree stated that the colour on the flag was red. The colour orange used by the Dutch extends far beyond the modern day country of the Netherlands, both
Caramba, mas isso nunca passou pela minha cabeça.
Nem pela minha, e isso é um motivo que, na minha opinião, é muito inusitado.
directly and indirectly. Take New York City for example, the flag of New York has orange on it. This is because of the city's Dutch origin. The first permanent settlement in what is today New York was established by the Dutch in 1624, even though for some reason the flag says 1625, but anyway, it was originally called New Amsterdam until it was taken over by the English in 1664 and renamed New York. A little further north in the state capital, Albany, also has orange on its flag. Again, this is because of its Dutch origins. Not only does this city have orange on its flag though, its original name before the English was literally Fort Orange. Sticking with New York State, and there's Orange County. Now this should not be confused with Orange County, California, that was named after the fruit, but Orange County, New York was named after William of Orange.
Eu realmente não sabia sobre essa forte influência dos holandeses em muitos lugares dos Estados Unidos, mas o que me surpreende é o fato dos Estados Unidos ter um tipo de conservadorismo em relação a essas cores. Pelo menos esse vídeo até o momento não informou em nenhum momento que as cores dessas bandeiras nesses estados ou municípios nos Estados Unidos mudaram.
Eu só sei que eu estou achando tudo muito surpreendente, porque eu já tinha visto esses nomes desses lugares nos Estados Unidos, mas eu nunca tinha pensado nisso antes. Meu Deus, eu tô chocada!
However, Orange County was founded in 1683, but this was after the English had taken over all of the Dutch possessions in North America. So why was it named after William of Orange? Well, William of Orange, said without any context, generally refers to one of two people. There were several princes of Orange called William, but the two most influential were William I, who I've already mentioned several times in this video, and William III. To Dutch people, William of Orange generally means William I. However, to British people, William of Orange generally refers to William III. Why? Because he became King of England, Scotland and Ireland in the so-called Glorious Revolution of 1688. This brings us to another use of the colour orange that has been influenced by the Dutch, the orange on the flag of Ireland. At the time of the aforementioned Glorious Revolution, the majority of people in Great Britain were Protestant, but their king, James II, was Catholic. This made many people uneasy, and therefore the Dutch stadholder William III was invited to the British Isles to depose their current king and take the throne for himself. This was greatly welcomed by the vast majority of British people. In Ireland, however, not so much. There were Protestant majority provinces in the northern parts of the island, but as a whole, Ireland remained predominantly Catholic. The revolution was not quite so glorious from their perspective. Anyway, when Ireland began to fight for their independence, the tricolour flag of green, white and orange was used to represent Irish nationalism. The green represents Catholics and the orange Protestants, while the white symbolises the peace and unity between them. Finally, the
It is
orange
so-
influence reaches as far as southern Africa. Up until 1994, the flag of South Africa was orange, white, and blue, and that little vertical flag in the middle there is the flag of the Orange Free State, an independent Boer republic until it became a British colony and then part of South Africa. Now, in this case, the Orange Free State was originally the Orange River Sovereignty, a short-lived British colony, which, unsurprisingly, was named after the Orange River. The Orange River was named after William of Orange, but yet another William, William V. Now, are the Dutch the only ones to have a national colour not on their flag? Well, no, actually, there are a few more. The national colour of New Zealand is black. It's the reason their national rugby team plays in all black, and indeed their name is the All Blacks. The colour black is associated with the Maori culture, the indigenous peoples of New Zealand. Now, in 2015, New Zealand had a referendum to potentially change their national flag. 4 of the 5 potential new flags featured the colour black. In the end, though, the original flag was favoured by 56% of the voters and therefore remains the flag to this day. The national colours of Australia are gold and green. Apparently the gold represents Australia's beaches, mineral wealth and grain harvests, while green represents the forests, eucalyptus trees and the pastures of the Australian landscape. The Australian football team plays in a gold jersey with green shorts. A few more national football teams wear colours that are not on their flag. Germany wears a mostly white strip. This is because of Prussia, the kingdom which united Germany. Italy wears blue, the official colour of the House of Savoy, the royal family which ruled Italy from its unification until it became a republic. And finally there's Japan, which also plays in blue, although the reason why isn't actually known. And so that's why the Dutch use the colour orange as their national colour, and why their national football team strip is orange. It's because of William of Orange. And the title Orange originated from a small principality now in modern day France when northern Frenchmen mixed up the name of the fruit with the Latinized name of a Celtic god.
Uau!
Uau!
Meu Deus, eu não esperava saber de todas essas coisas. São muitos, muitos detalhes e é incrível e totalmente inusitado o motivo deles serem parados de usar a cor laranja. Mas o que eu sei é que, independente das cores, é uma bandeira linda e a forma como os holandeses estão conectados quando estão usando essas cores é realmente maravilhoso de se ver.
Realmente, não deixa de ser interessante o fato de eles manterem essas cores, né, na seleção nacional deles, né, de uma seleção de futebol, mas é uma forma de poder manter a origem, né, da essência deles. Isso é realmente muito curioso. Eu achei esse vídeo extremamente interessante e aprofundou muito mais do que a gente havia visto anteriormente.
Sim.
Eu achei isso fantástico.
Realmente foi incrível, mas essa foi a reação desse vídeo. Então, se você gostou, aproveita para se inscrever, ativa as notificações e deixe mais sugestões no nosso Instagram. O link tá aqui embaixo na descrição desse vídeo.
Muito obrigado por assistir esse vídeo e a gente se vê na próxima reação.
Tchau!